children, welcome back. Today we will study Science Chapter 6 Measurement of Physical Quantities. Observe the picture carefully. In first picture there are vegetables. Second, there are threads, different colors threads. Then in third, there is a gold ring. In fourth, it's a leafy vegetable. Fifth picture, there are the glass, different shapes of glass bottles and a glass. And in the last sixth one, they are the clothes. Now children, when we go to buy all these things, are they measured with the same unit? Like vegetable and gold, are they measured with the same thing and they are given to us? No, because their measuring units are different. So in this chapter, we will study that as physical quantities are different from each other, a specific unit is used to measure each quantity. Therefore, different units are used while measuring different quantities. Physical quantity. Now, what is the meaning of physical quantity? In life, we measure many things such as the weight of fruits, vegetables, food grains, temperature of the body, or some liquids, volume of liquids, density of various substances, the speed of vehicle, etc. Quantities such as mass, weight, distance, speed, temperature, volume are all called as physical quantities. A value and a unit are used to express the magnitude, that is the size of a physical quantity. For example, Swarali walks 2 kilometers every day. In this example, 2 is the value and kilometer is the unit used to express the magnitude of the distance, which is a physical quantity.
We discussed about physical quantities. Many quantities have both value and direction. To describe these quantities, we need a special mathematical language of vectors. When somebody asks you for directions, you normally tell him, go 100 meters straight, turn left 50 meters, destination will be on your right. You have already used the language of vectors. Navigation of any sort is based on language of vectors. Movement of this toy car along a straight line can happen only in two directions. We can take its motion to be positive when it moves to your right. Its motion will be considered negative when it moves to your left. For aeroplane moving in space, positive and negative sign will not be enough. We must use vector. The name vector means carrier. In medicine, a mosquito is a malaria vector. Suppose a thing is carried 3 meters east and 4 meters north. Its displacement vector can be drawn like this. Vectors can be pictured as arrow connecting the place a thing is carried from to a place it is carried to. Vector is something which has magnitude or value as well as direction. Some physical quantities that are vector quantities are displacement, velocity, and acceleration. Not all physical quantities involve direction. Temperature, pressure, mass, and time do not point to any specific direction. We call these quantities scalars. Rules of normal algebra are applicable to these quantities. A single value with a sign specifies a scalar. For example, temperature of minus 10 degrees Celsius. When 2 kilograms of wheat is added to 1 kilogram of wheat, we get 3 kilograms of wheat. Displacement or change in position is the simplest vector quantity. A vector that represents displacement is called displacement vector. If a toy car changes its position by moving from C to D, we say that it undergoes a displacement from C to D, which we represent with an arrow pointing from C to D. The arrow specifies the vector graphically. The displacement vector tells us nothing about the actual path that the particle takes. In this example, all three paths connecting points A and B correspond to the same displacement vector. Displacement vectors represent only the overall effect of the motion and not the motion itself. If you want to cross the river, which has a strong current, instead of going straight, you go at an angle. What angle? This is most easily described by vectors. Here, the blue vector represents the flow of the water. The red arrow represents the direction and speed with which you are swimming. The black arrow shows how you will actually travel. Vectors are very important concepts in physics. You will come across more such quantities in next standard.
Now, mass. The amount of matter present in a substance is called mass. Matter has a natural tendency to resist a change in its state, which is called inertia. Inertia is the moment. Mass is the qualitative measure of the inertia of an object. The larger the mass, the greater is the inertia. Mass is a scalar quantity. It does not change from place to place anywhere in the world. Scalar I have explained you. The quantities mass and weight are however different. Gram and kilogram are the unit of mass. When we use the two pan common balance in a shop, we compare two masses. Weight. What we measure in gram, kilogram is mass and not weight. The gravitational force that acts on this mass is called its weight. The gravitational force by which the earth attracts an object towards its center is called the weight of that object. Therefore, weight is a vector quantity. The next is standardized measurement. Students, let us do some activity. Measure the length of a bench by means of the span of your hand and ask your friend to do the same. What do you think? Did each of you obtain the same measure from that bench? What do you observe? Whether your both measurements will be same? No. Now why is it so? What will be the reason? Yes, because your both measurements will not be same because your hand size are different, and so the measurements will be different. So if we want to measure properly, we required a standardized measurement. So you can see in the picture, both the hands are different. And for that reason, if you want to measure anything, we require some standardized measurement. Standardized measures are required for measuring things. Such measures are called standard units. We have to measure many physical quantities accurately. To measure any quantity, we use the unit specific for it. For example, the meter m is the specified unit for measuring length. Suppose the span of hand is accepted as a unit for measuring length. With this unit, we can measure length of cloth as 2 hand span, 3 hand spans, correct? And so on. However, the length of the cloth measured by each of us will come out to be different. How when we measured the bench, it was different. Same way, it depends on the size of the hand of the each person. The measurement will be different. That is why a hand span cannot be used as a standard unit for measuring length. Next we will see the prevailing system of measurement, MKS system. In this system, distance is measured in meters, mass in kilograms and time in seconds. And that's why it is called as MKS. M stands for meter, K for kilogram and S for second. Next is CGS system. In this system, distance is measured in centimeter, mass in grams and time in seconds. That is C for centimeter, G for gram and S for second. In the MKS system of measurement, distance, mass and time are accepted as the fundamental quantities. These three quantities are used to measure all other quantities. Now, from fundamental quantities, we move on to the international system of unit. An international system of units based on 7 fundamental units called the System International. That is, SI is currently used all over the world. This is also called the metric system. The names and symbols of the units of the fundamental quantities, length, time and mass in this system are given in the following table. So you can see the table in the video. Quantity, name of the unit, symbol of the unit. If it is length, the name of the unit will be meter and the symbol will be M. If it is measured, if the quantity is of mass, it will be measured, the unit will be kilogram, kg, and time, it will be second, S. CSI, it is an international system. It is a system international. Now next we move on, standards of the fundamental quantities. Just observe the picture carefully. As the standard of mass, a solid cylindrical made of a platinum iridium. So you can see in the picture, it's a cylinder like a structure which is made of a platinum iridium. See in this picture, it is more clear. The red and grey color one to your right side, iridium wire. Alloy is kept in the International Bureau of Weights and Measures at Paris. As per the international agreement, this mass is called 1 kilogram. Official accurate copies of this prototype are kept in the standardizing laboratories institution all over the world. 2 fine lines are engraved on a platinum iridium bar kept in the International Bureau of Weight and Measures at Paris. The distance between these 2 lines is accepted as the standard meter. So it is been internationally accepted as a standard meter. Accurate copies of this prototype are made and distributed to standardizing laboratory institute all over the world. The time required for one revolution of the earth is measured by means of an accurate device. This time is taken as 24 hours. To standardize 1 second, 1 hour is considered to have 60 minutes and 1 minute 60 seconds. See, means how important is standardized measurement. It should be accurate and it should be same everywhere. Now, importance of accurate measurement. Various methods of measurement. How accurate a measurement must be depend upon its purpose. Accordingly, an appropriate device has to be used for the measurements. Measurements of substances that are precious, of great importance, and used in very small quantities is done meticulously and accurately, means very accurately. Due to advancement in technological device that measure very small magnitudes of quantities like distance, mass, time and temperature are available now. For example, distance and time in connection with very important sports competition, mass of gold, body temperature, etc. For example, if in sports for 1 second also the person can be winner, so that accuracy is very important. Now, urban supply and consumer protection division. To prevent consumer from being cheated, a weights and measures subdivision function as part of the food, urban supply and consumer protection division of the government. Means these are appointed so that no one can cheat the consumer. Officers of this subdivision visit different places. They have got their duty to visit different places from time to time and ascertain whether the weights and balances been used are proper or not. They keep a check whether the weights have been used are proper or not. It is binding by law to use standard weights and measures. It is also a function of the weights and measured subdivision to grant licenses for the production, sales and repairs of weights and measures. They provide license if it is correctly been followed. Now next are major causes of error in measurement. Now there are two main major causes of errors in measurement. First one is not using the appropriate device. The person who is measuring is not using an appropriate device. Sometimes when you go to buy vegetable in the market, instead of that proper weight he uses a stones, which we don't know what is the weight of that stone. So they use appropriate device. Second, not using the device properly. Now whether they use the device, but how they are using, they are not using it properly. So these are the two major causes. Now the things which you have to ensure when you go to buy things in a grocery shop. Whenever you go to buy things at grocery shop, the vegetable market, remember to look out for the following and even tell your guardians to do so. First point, you have to check whether the balance carry the stamp of standardization by the Department of Weights and Measures. Second point, you have to check whether the balance is stable, its pointer of the balance is upright. Third, the weight is made up of metal. How is the balance held? Fourth point, has the underside of the pan of the balance been tampered with? So these things you have to check. Now children, for your homework assignment, you will write the question answers from the page 45. The answers are given in the video as follow. Thank you.